Hello everyone. Didn't expect to be making another video so soon after I made one this morning. Please forgive the light. I'm having trouble getting into the right kind of light right now. Okay, maybe the light's better because I'm got my other phone on my face. I went through another frustration today when I went to my IOP. I was forced to go to a group that was doing yoga. And I don't agree that very much like we're not supposed to put any one religion or none in mental health. Therapists and mental health providers, I believe, are supposed to have a detachment from belief systems. That's supposed to be up to the client. And some people might believe that yoga is not a religion. Others may believe that it is. And I understand that many Christians do not agree with practicing yoga because they believe that yoga can take them to a place that's incompatible with Christian beliefs. Now, my inner church is all about universal ethics. It's not even really about any one religion, although I have developed a personal relationship, individual relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, and I call him Lord. And I call him Lord for my own reasons and what I believe he is the Lord over me. And it seems like the one belief that works. He supports the idea of loving everyone, being with the sinners, but not supporting sin, and believing in ethics, believing in love and universal love, repenting, taking accountability for sin and for wrongdoing, and caring for other people and having consideration for other people. Yes, okay, maybe following the 10 Commandments. Among them, not to bear false witness, not to steal, and not to covet. And there's implications of conscience. And I don't want to say that yoga people don't have a conscience, but in my experience, yoga is very much like mental health. It's many people make money from it. Some yoga people may, not all, but some yoga people may lose sight of the purpose. They use it to make a living. They use it to make their money. Okay, none of my business, but I don't agree with that. I don't want any of my sharing of my experience to cost money to anyone. Even if I pursued a license to give counseling or give therapy, I still believe that mental health should be free. I believe that spiritual support should be free. And I believe that everyone has a right to choose their own spiritual or their own spiritual path or their own spiritual experiences. And when I was in the IOP today, they told me that I had to go to group. I could not switch to another group. They had made a rule for clients not to switch to other groups. We have to go to the groups that are assigned to us. And I was assigned today to a group where they had yoga. And they were telling me, oh, Carol, you don't have to do yoga. You can just sit and watch. Well, I sat and watched, but it really triggered me. All the breathing and all the somatic stuff, like the stretching and all the body stuff. And I don't know. And the mind emptying, and it just really gave me a feeling of vulnerability and powerlessness, even though I tried to pray and focus on the Lord, because they were telling me I could just silently pray. while they did the exercise. I could just sit in group. I tried, but the breathing triggered me. The breathing distracted me. Everybody else's the breathing, and then they had like a video on there. They were doing a video on YouTube, and that was distracting me. The man had a very seductive sounding, very hypnotic voice, and it was triggering me. It was like going, now take a deep breath and put your right arm over your... And I kept thinking, that might be okay for other members of the group. And it's okay for the therapist. But it was not okay for me. So I had to walk out of the group again. It just really started to upset me. And the therapist reprimanded me afterward and said, Carol, you were disruptive to the group. Don't walk out. Don't walk out of group again. You were disruptive. And I said, I was very quiet. I did not cause a disruption. I needed to leave. I told you that I did not want to be in this group. I told you that this group did not help me. It was not therapeutic for me. And I had a right to walk out and leave. And he said, well, you were causing a disruption, Carol. And I said, I'm sorry that I caused a disruption. But it wasn't helpful. It was conflicting with my... And I also don't agree with you guys inserting spirituality or religion, a certain religion or spirituality into therapy. I believe that mental health should be more geared toward mental health, and other modalities should be up to the client what they want to do. They should not be imposed upon clients against their will. And we should not be told to stay in group or we're causing a disruption. I feel like that's a mind F. And I spoke my mind, you guys. I believe that mental health and universal ethics should be about speaking our mind. We can disagree about things, but we should never, ever, ever force anything on anyone. I feel like I had yoga forced on me. Even having to sit in a room with people doing yoga felt like it was being forced on me against my will. That's like saying that's like saying that's like even invite, if I were running a group and I told everybody they had to come to the group, they had to come to a universal ethics group. Well, on YouTube you can click off my video, but I have no right to run a face-to-face group and tell everybody they're being disruptive if they don't want to be in my group, or if something is making them uncomfortable and they need to leave. And it wasn't a disruption. A disruption would be if half the people in the room left, or if I left very noisily and cussed and swore and was angry. And I was angry, but I left quietly and respectfully, and that's not disruptive. And the lights were turned on too, so it wasn't like I opened the door and caused a light to come into the room from the hallway. I was quiet. That was a mind F. I don't think mental health should ever force people to go to church or take a yoga class. I think that's wrong. I think mental health should be focused on mental health, and the rest should be up to the client if they feel uncomfortable. I really believe that, you guys. And if you're a Christian and you don't feel comfortable doing yoga because you believe that it's of demons, or if you believe that you're up to maybe spiritual dangers or practices that go against your beliefs, or pursuit of anything other than worshiping God or worshiping Jesus. Or if, even in reverse, if you're not a Christian and someone's forcing you to attend a Christian group, I'll tell you, you have a right not to do that too. You have a right to your own beliefs. You have a right to practice meditation as you see fit, and prayer. And if you're an atheist, you have a right to not worship at all. It should never be infiltrated into mental health. Ever. I really don't believe that. Take care, everyone.